Hello and welcome to my quick review. Probably rant for about a while actually, for Godzilla, King of Monsters. That's Godzilla there. I'm not pulling that out, it's just gone midnight. Now I'm just going to do one quick jump cut after the credits. One quick jump cut, find my hat. Okay, so I've just got back. Ever since this announced when it was going to be, I've sort of stayed out of the way. Odeon was nice enough to give me a poster a while back. And they said I could have the big statue of it, but that'll probably not happen. Guy was probably just being uber nice, but here is the poster. Godzilla, King of Monsters. No idea where that's going to go. Hurricane Ray is probably going to have to frame that for me. Massive Godzilla fan. You see the Godzilla twisted head in the background. Godzilla VHSs and stuff. Pop vinyls and thingy the bobbies. I've got a big love for the first one, considering Paul Ray considers the original Godzilla from 1998 from Matthew Broderick. My God, Paul Ray. That movie just cashed in on what was going at the time, disaster. Then we get the Godzilla we got 5 years ago, and it really grounded it and sort of really set a foundation very strong to build on. I know it gets a lot of criticism that Godzilla was hardly in. Every time he appeared, they fucking peered off to somewhere else and something else was going on. But again, it was a very powerful, strong story, setting up the whole monarch thing. And then we got, just put me on the siege poster back. Then we got obviously Kong, Skull Island. And with Kong, it was a case of like, everyone's, oh fucking hell, it's connected. Well, of course, you know, you've seen the way the Avengers thing's going down there, you know. Someone's going ching and do it right. I think that's one of Toho's big things. Toho's like, right, make sure you do it right. Didn't license the original King Ghidorah and Rodan in the first one, so they came up with the whole kaiju thing. And they built on it. And Godzilla turns up and he roars right. He breathes fire. He fights. The special effects are mint. Then this come along and this fucking just hits you in the face like a fucking roller coaster. You don't even get any fucking open credits. At not one point did it go Godzilla King of Monsters. Nope, here we go. And it just went. And it was very fast paced at the start actually, because like you see Godzilla in less than 2 minutes. And I think what they've done is it visually like traumatizing. I watched it in IMAX 3D and I haven't seen a film in 3D for a while and it hurt my fucking head. The special effects were absolutely great. It was a bit distracting because the guy from King Kong, I don't want to pull anything King Kong-y out over here. I'll pull that one out. Very that King Kong, Peter Jackson's King Kong, the actor in it, you know, the actor in the show. He was in it and I thought that was a little bit distracting. He's a good actor. Just, you know, it's like take a step away from Peter Jackson's, you know, this is a completely different world you're creating. It was weird not to see John Goodman or Kick-Ass, Aaron Taylor Johnson in it. Sort of went off in its own little story. I'm going to spoil it, so if you don't want any spoilers, stop watching this video right now. Go out and see this. It is one of these films you need to go and see the pictures. It's just amazing on IMAX. So with that in mind, let's talk about this film. Good. One thing I absolutely loved is the reimagination of the original Toho classic soundtrack. Brilliant. I did think it was very fast tracky at the start, but then again you're going to introduce three, and obviously there's a couple of more monsters after that, but you're going to introduce three monsters. So Mothra comes along quite early on, and so Mothra pops up, and I wish I needed to dig out that Godzilla Mothra. It's right at the bottom. And obviously Mothra, who's meant to be in the fish tank. Yeah, that didn't go to plan. The whole Mothra in there, you know, Mothra's in there. And all of a sudden they know about all these things. And it's great to see Skull Island mentioned. And you get the back of Kong's head as he walks off and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And it just builds, you know, like bringing Mothra in. Godzilla in the water, floating towards it. That was fucking class. I need to turn the light off. I'm going to continue ranting. Because Godzilla's blueness, there's a lot of blue in this movie. You can't see me, I'm just ranting, but yeah, the whole outline of Godzilla. When he's floating right up to the water, impressive, scary. I love the bit how the vortexes through the earth, again, building on something, going through something. Then you've got like Godzilla's got a home. Is it Antarctica? Outpost 31 Antarctica. That would have been brilliant. It said Outpost 32, but if that said Outpost 31, that would have been a lovely little tongue-in-cheek thing. What else was really funny about it? Godzilla's home. Starting on the first time I've ever heard of that Godzilla might have a home made perfect sense, and they go and fucking blow it up. But you know, that was great. That was great improvisation of it. Going back to, I think, Invasion of the Astro Monsters, where they have King Ghidorah on Mars. Was it Planet X? Might be Planet X. And they go and look for Godzilla and Rodan to fight it, and they find Rodan in a mountain and Godzilla up in the lake. That was pretty cool, and they brought that in a bit. Rodan came later, so King Ghidorah frozen in ice, great visual. Thought the build up in that, and the story about the King Ghidorah being the other alpha male falling from the heavens and stuff like that. It's fucking great. Visually amazing. That's what we wanted all this time, you know. It's not just a guy in a suit standing there jumping up and down with two guys probably around holding sticks so the heads go like that. I did miss the squeak King Ghidorah made in the originals, but visually it's a three-headed dragon and it looks absolutely fucking class. The visuals from a distance and afar, class. Elements they brought in, King Ghidorah being juiced up and just, you know, everyone watched, you know, I had a rant recently because I watched King Kong Escapes, and I was like, it's brilliant because it's got like that Toho theme, that Toho soundtrack in a King Kong movie. And someone sat and watched all these films, being able to get a hold of them. In England we need these released, but it's pretty good. And I'll put the light back on for a bit. So his introduction, the pretty little fights, Mothra's waterfall, it's just visually stunning. And then we get Rodan, who comes along, very angry chicken. You know, he's got that chicken look. For Rodan, always looked a bit weird. Great though, because when I first heard that it was going to be King Ghidorah, Rodan, and Mothra, I was like, "Fuck me, that's a bit overkill." Plus, they all fly. But obviously, Mothra, who didn't have two little people, that is little me, didn't have little people like waking Mothra up to go and help. Short-lived, strong performance. Obviously died in some way, sort of. Probably comes back. I think nothing's dead in this thing. It was great for King Ghidorah to get a head ripped off as well, because it didn't grow back. That was pretty decent. But I just remember from Destroy All Monsters repeatedly standing on King Ghidorah's neck over and over again. You know, that infamous battle when they all, you know, it's a rumble and you're down. You know, but that was good. As I say, the soundtrack was really good, and the build-up was really good. The story of why and how with the sound box was an interesting thing. I've got a little sound box I can use here. You know, they're all like pressing buttons to summon different ones and stuff like that. That was an interesting concept. They really involved more from what the first movie did. But again, the first movie really grounded this. Skull Island went, right, we're going to introduce King Kong because, spoiler alert, at the very end, there's a little bit of a mosh up, and you do see a new stone drone, and it may just see one old good-fashioned old monkey, and sort of this happening, you know. You think, yeah, that's good. Then at the very end, there's another cutscene. But what they've cleverly done is set up a sequel to Skull Island and King Godzilla 3, and it's all going to happen in less than 12 months time, so it's all been planned out. I can say it right now, King Ghidorah is going to come back. We're going to get half of Godzilla, half of King Kong, the fallout, a new side story, and then we're going to get King Ghidorah come back and Godzilla and King Kong just go whoosh, even though it's promised, unlike what happened in the original where Godzilla takes a backflip off the mountain or something like that. I think that's what happens in this one. There's meant to be a defined winner. Well, King Kong is just, I mean, don't get us wrong, he's a massive primate. And Godzilla is is bigger. But as this movie proves, Godzilla is a nuclear warhead. You know what I mean? no disrespect to the chimp there, but you know, the whole fallout again, like with some of the later Godzillas where he goes in the nuclear fallout and that, how they brought that in, it was class. Again with the special effects, it was class. Just suspense, acting wise, it was great. There's a lot of actors and faces you know from the first one come across. Then about halfway through, even though I've only seen a couple of where we're going here, down here, a couple of episodes of Stranger Things, even though this is sitting on the floor. We have, there we go, just on cue, this chick right here coming in, pulling a strong performance. Is that chick from one? Yeah, it is. She pulled in a great performance. But yeah, visually stunning. As I say, hopefully I might get some artwork. I've got an extra tube here. I've put the poster in the wrong fucking tube. But no, literally I'm filming this and chucking it out online. I'll interact with anyone. Probably get a lot of hate. You know, there'll be a people go, oh, I didn't want to go and see a fucking monster movie like that. You can't win. The first movie tried to give a very good balance, and this one just went, this is what you wanted. And it's great to go and see this at the pictures and support movies and big ass fucking, I mean, nothing's going to top the Avengers at this year, but this was like eye candy, brilliance. You know, like visually stunning, the stories expanded on it. It's left it open. I personally think you've got Godzilla vs King Kong, and I don't know where you would go, because from the original movies, the classic monsters have been used. Destroy All Monsters, see, there we go. That's an absolute gem. I might actually watch that one tonight because it's one of the better ones. But you've got stuff like Efner, Gieden, he's knocking around somewhere. The one with the fucking claws. Gigan there as well, or Terror of Mechagodzilla. Come here, you. I cannot express how heavy this is. But yeah, what we're going to get, like a massive Godzilla made of robots. That is so heavy. I don't know. I kind of got to go Godzilla vs King Kong, and that's it. Because I don't think they can go anywhere after that. There is a lot of other monsters. You know, you get Final Wars in there. You could probably, and there's King Ghidorah there, Swamp Thing, Mothra's in there, Kazuki. There was no sign of Kazuki. But yeah, that's a mental film as well. But yeah, this has just been a long rant. No fancy editing. I generally loved this film. It was fantastic. I've already ordered the steelbook. I'm trying to get a hold of the vinyl. It's 50 quid for the vinyl tomorrow. It's 3 vinyls, all coloured. It could take weeks to come, and then it'll be a lovely customs charge. But it's absolutely fantastic. I will be buying it for my collection. Visually stunning. It is a monster brawl, but it's got a lot of weight in there. Little good story. Jesus. No, Jesus, definitely not the film, but yeah, highly recommend it. So like, share and subscribe to the channel. Anyone want to talk about Godzilla, free reign. I'll try and respond to everybody. But I'm going to edit this video and go to bed. I'll see you in the outtakes. So I remember last year when I went to see, it was last year or the year before, I went to see Kong, and I wrote it. It was a fast forward reviews, came back and I had to chop it all up and edit it. That was a long fucking day to chuck that out, like. But no, it'd be interesting to see what they're going to do about it. Trying not to make this video any longer than possible. The only thing I will show is say a massive thank you to Hurricane Rain. I know some directors like to carry on. But that was thank you very much for Hurricane Rain for that. It's all signed. Godzilla, I mean, it was a while ago that now, wasn't it? 2014, man. It's been like April 2014. Wow, look at that. Now I became death, the destroyer of worlds. So yeah. There's a lot of places you can go. But I generally think do one jump cut. I generally think it'll be Godzilla and Kong against Ghidorah, and that's it. End it as a trilogy or a quadrilogy. This will be the 4th in the series. But I think maybe end it there after that. I think there's just not many places you can really go on it, really. But yeah. Definitely go and take the pictures. I've been Steve Mason. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now. Oh yeah, the spider. And the kaijus from... Oh my god, I've just done Stranger Things. Sorry, I've just said goodbye. I'm still talking. It's like the end credits. You're not even waiting a while. But yeah, there was a spider in it. Like that horrible trance you just see there. Which is in like Son of Godzilla. But yeah, end the video. Goodbye.
And now, the end is here.